Hello and welcome to another edition of Crypto with Chingas. My name is Chingas and congratulations. Today, this video, we're going to be making your first trade. Let's do it. All right, so we brought up Binance here now. In the previous video, we talked about trade setups, entries, exits, profit targets, and stop losses. We're gonna go ahead and make an order, although I already have an order in there that we're gonna use for the second half of this video. But to go through the motions of placing an order, we're on the exchange right now. We have found the pairing that we want. We have some money right now in Tether. We want to pick up some NEO, and we looked at our chart earlier and we said 1880, 1890 was sort of where we wanted to pick it up. So we're going to punch that in here. We're going to do a limit order, meaning that we're going to set the target price that we want to buy it as lower than the current price. Current price right now is 19.649. We're going to go to NEO. We're going to say, okay, our price, we want to pick it up at 1880. We're just going to punch that in, 1880 USDT. The amount that we want to do, well, let's say we have 32 as a balance for US Tether. Let's click the 100% button. That'll net us 1.717 NEO, right, if this trade goes through. It's very simple. Right, you're going to hit the buy button, and we're going to get a little notification that's going to let us know that the order has been placed. Okay, so if you go to your open order window, you should be able to see that. It's a limit order. You want to buy it, and the price is set for 1880. You'll get 1.717 NEO when it's all said and done. 0% filled. I think we've talked about this before, but the way it works is you have to have a seller on the other side of every trade. So if you're looking to buy, you have to have a seller. If you're looking to sell, you're going to need a buyer. All right, that's how the market works. Right now, currently at 19,449, and we look over at the order book, you know, there's nothing in 18s. So obviously we wouldn't expect this to get filled unless we see a retracement down to that level that we were looking at. So 18.8 is somewhere around here. We would have to go into a higher time frame, lower time frame, in order to get a better picture. So 18.8 is ballpark, 18.843, just about the bottom of this body here, 18.87. This is sort of what we're looking at. The top of this body, just around the lower of this body, and very close to the bottom of this wick of this body here. So that's it. You put an order in. Now it has not gotten filled, but you put the order in. You can't do the rest of the trade until the trade has been filled. And that is what we're talking about with stop losses and profit targets. So what we're going to do now, because we already made this trade, if we go to trade history, we just took this trade earlier today. We bought NEO at 1887. Okay, and we bought two, right? 2.063 for a total of about $38. Right, we already took that trade. This trade has happened, right? That was earlier today, 11:54 a.m. and it's 4:33 p.m. So far it's been a successful trade. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set those stop losses, profit targets, so that you're actually trading your plan, right? And that's what we want to look at here. So we're in NEO, and now we're gonna go and we're gonna do a stop limit. Now the reason why we do a stop limit, because if you were to put the order in lower than the price now, it's just going to get eaten up, right? The order is going to get eaten up because obviously you're selling it cheaper than everybody else. Well, we don't want to do that. So we're going to take a look over at our chart, and we said 16.2 is the loss we're willing to take, right? That'll be approximately a 13% loss if it does retrace that low. So we're going to go sell. We want to sell NEO. We'll sell it back to Tether just to keep life nice and easy. So we're going to put our stop at 16.2. Our limit price at 16.2. We've talked about the amount that we're willing to continue to trade and then the amount that we want to take away. You know, we want to say, all right, it was a failed trade, but I do have profit targets set up. So I'm comfortable saying 75% of our NEO holdings, right, we're going to put into this loss. All right, so if we hit 13% loss, we hit that 16.2 mark after buying at 1887, we're going to take 75% of that off the table. We're going to take a look at the stop, 16.2, the limit, 16.2, the amount is 75% of the total 3.56 holdings. And we're going to go to sell. We're going to get a little warning up here, a little dialog box. And it's just going to say, look, if the price drops to or below 16.2, all right, we're going to go ahead and put the order through. If there's somebody on the other side to fill it, great. If not, then, well, you're beat. All right, so you click yes. Now that order has been submitted. Now you're much closer. Okay, so now you actually have a stop loss in place for 75% of that total trade. Now what we want to do is we want to set limit sells for profit targets. Our first profit target, if we look over at our chart, we said 21.15 is what we liked. All right, so 21.15. This is what we want to sell at. Now, what's available for these next few trades is that 25% that wasn't part of the 75 we allocated for the stop loss. So we only have 25% of our NEO holdings left. Okay, now we want to go ahead and set our profit target. So of what's left over from that 75% is 25%, right? That 25% is now registered as your available balance. So 100% of what's left over is that 0.89. Now you'll notice on some of these trades, there are minimums. There's minimum orders that need to be filled to a certain quantity. NEO, for instance, the minimum orders are $10, right? So in order for us to achieve that first profit target, we're gonna have to take a look at the 11.5 gain, and that was a 21.15 level. So we put our price in there, 21.15. There's a limit sell, okay? We're gonna do 0.5, and this will net us that over 10, and let's see if we can squeeze in a 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8. Okay, we'll do a 0.48. That'll get us that minimum balance required in order to put the sell in. Let's backtrack a little bit. NEO, we have 0.89 left. That represents 25% of the total investment. Our price, we want to sell at 21.15 for an 11% gain. We're gonna sell 0.48 NEO, which will get us 10.152 tether. And we're going to put that order in. So we sell that. Okay, now you have one profit target set. All right, now second profit target, we're going to have to see if this is even possible, right? So the second profit target, we're looking at a 34.9% gain. This would be $25. So we're going to do $25. And we're gonna do what's left over. Okay, so we hit the minimum there. So $25. We're gonna sell this time 0.411 NEO, which will net us 10.275 tether. Same thing, it's a limit sell. Okay, I'm gonna put that on there. And now what you're looking at is the plan in effect. So we had our buy at 18.8. Okay, we have a stop loss at 16.2. We have our first profit target of 21.15, and then we have our second profit target at 25. Now, you need to be able to move your stop losses after you've made gains. You cannot do that just yet. Right now, everything for NEO that we have in that trade has been allocated. That's why the balance reads 0. You have no NEO left to make trades with. So we can't set a second stop limit up. Not only would it not make sense, being that it's also a profit target, you don't have anything allocated towards that. So in theory, here's what we would like to happen. We would like NEO to reach 21.15. What that'll do is it'll sell a portion of our holdings. We would make profit on that. We'd realize those gains, and that would be back in tether. then we could take our stop limit and we can move it up. Now we can't move it right up to that first profit target. What we can do is we can move it up halfway between our initial buy-in, 18.8, and our initial stop loss. So we can move that up halfway, or what you can, what some people do, you could take that stop loss and move it to break even. So now you're in a 100% profitable trade no matter what. If you do end up getting stopped out, for the other 75% of NEO that's in that trade, it'll be at break even and you've already realized profits one time. If we're to realize those profits, move the stop limit up to break even, and then hit our next profit target of 25, then you can move your stop limit up to the first profit target area. Does that make sense? Everything just ladders up. You know, you ladder it up a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And what happens is your stop limit eventually becomes a profit target. So if it were to retrace back all the way, right, you're still in profit. It's still a profitable trade for the other 75% of that original investment. Now, there are different strategies you could do from here. Some will get rid of profit targets altogether after that point, and they'll have 100% of their allocated, and they'll look for a target and they'll hit it, right? Other people will set new profit target limits up. So maybe 2 or 3 new profit targets, or they set a target to exit the trade completely. And these are all different strategies that you could do. We'll cover some of them to give you an idea of what may work better for you. Just different ideas to mull over and decide how you do want to move some of these crypto around. That is the general idea. Now, I know we originally had set up for 3 profit targets and an exit, but you do have to realize that there are minimums on these orders, and just for the sake of the video, you know, we had a very, very, very small order in there just to get it rolling, so you guys can actually see what buttons you need to press and how you need to press them. But in any event, if you did do something similar, you're now empowered to make your first trade. You're now empowered to create a plan and put a trade on and put a limit order in there and see if it gets hit. And if it gets hit, set your stop loss and set your profit targets. Don't forget about those. That is the rest of your plan, right? If you don't follow through with your plan, it's not really trading. It's sort of haphazardly just buying a token and hoping that, you know, you don't get wrecked. We're gonna harp on this in another video, but capital preservation is huge, and having stop losses set at a, you know, 10 to 20% loss is part of capital preservation. All right, so in any event, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Plenty more videos coming down the pike. I really do appreciate you being here. Subscribe for more videos. You know, you get notified, the whole 9 yards. And yeah, I'll see you on the exchanges, and happy trading. All right, NEO with a $10 limit. When did that happen? I mean, maybe. I guess. Well, anyway, I mean, you can't just not trade. There should be a for educational purpose an account. That would be nice.